Before I go in with the Dyson Airwrap, I am going to take this off and apply my heat protectant products. So as soon as I get out of the shower, I go through my hair with a wet brush and then I throw it into a microfiber towel so it just absorbs all the excess water. I'm gonna brush it out real quick. There's really no knots in it, but just to make sure that I have a smooth application with all of my leave-in treatments and heat protectant. When my hair is wet, I only use a wet brush. That's it. When my hair is dry, I use a dry brush. This helps with detangling, and then wood brushes, when your hair is dry, help disperse all of your natural oils to your end, and it allows your hair to go longer in between washes. So I'm going to focus these two products on like here down, all the way down to my ends. I've seen mixed reviews where you're not supposed to put oil on wet hair because it fries it when you go to dry it. But then I've seen things where this is a heat protectant in it. Olaplex, if you're watching, let me know. So I'm gonna go in with the number 6 Bond Smoother. It's upside down to help with the product. This is how I store it. I'm gonna apply like a pea-size amount. And then I'm gonna go in with the number 7 with a few drops of oil, probably like 5 to 6. Rub it together and just put it all through here, really working it in, using my fingers to comb it through, spin it around, concentrate on the ends. While this product sits in my hair, I usually let it sit for like 20 to 25 minutes before I notice my hair starts to get dry. I'm just gonna twist it up into a clip and do my makeup. Now it's time for the fun stuff. So my hair has definitely been sitting for like 20 minutes. And it's still damp, like very damp. Ends aren't dry yet either. Just gonna shake it out a little bit. And I'm gonna go in with the Redken Big Blowout. This is a heat protecting blowout jelly. So you just apply it to damp hair and blow dry. I definitely feel like this gives me a lot more volume too, and it's just gonna protect my ends and everything else a lot more, which is very important when you are using heat products. I go in with a decent size amount, and I'm just gonna work this through my hair. You wanna make sure you get it everywhere. So I have a couple different products I use on hair wash day. I did sleep with a ton of oils, and then I used an Olaplex bun yesterday, or I had an Olaplex bun yesterday. So my hair was greasy this morning, and I have had a little bit of dandruff like right in here. So I went in with the Ways Body Scrub. It's like their limited edition St. Bart's scent. It's phenomenal. If it's still available, you need it. Now that I worked that through my hair, I'm gonna go in with the blow dryer attachment, and I use it on the middle settings for a rough blow dry. I like to usually blow dry it upside down, give it some more volume, and then like side to side. If I go off camera, that's why. So I want to say my hair is about 75% dry right now. I'm just going to go through and brush out any knots I may have just created, flipping my hair around, and then we're going to do our bangs. If you don't have bangs, you can skip this step, but I need to, because if I don't style them first, then they're going to be a disaster for the next week. To style my bangs, I am going to remove the dryer attachment. So you press down on this button and it pops right off. And then you click this one in. I'm just gonna roughly grab a front portion of my hair, and I'm gonna clip the rest back so it's out of the way when I'm blow drying my bangs. I'm just gonna be blow drying down and out, and then working it a couple different ways. I do have a cowlick on this, a cowlick on this side of my head. So my bangs have a mind of their own. So for the bangs, I'm going to take the largest curler I own. I just picked these up from Ulta. And while the hair is still hot, I'm going to roll it out and under. So you're gonna roll and pull to make it as taut as possible, and then curl up. And I still pull to make sure that there's tension on here so that they are staying up and as tight as possible. And then I'm gonna go in with a hair clip and clip them so they hold. God, I embarrassed myself online. Now that my bangs are up, it's time for the fun part, which is the Airwrap attachment. So I use the thicker barrels and they go 2 ways. The arrows pointing that way will make my hair go out. So I just like to put them on which side when I'll be working my hair, because I am gonna split it into 3 sections. I like to pre-section my hair, that way it's just done when I go to move on and I'm not trying to fiddle around with it. I have pretty thin hair, so if you have longer hair, you might wanna do even more sections. Hair's clipped up, and then I'm just gonna part it in the back and separate the 2. That way, when I'm going in with each side, I can just toss it in the back. After I went in with the Way Scalp and Body Scrub, I went in with my Briogeo shampoo and conditioner. I only apply shampoo on my scalp. That's it. Rinsing out all of those oils, all of that scrub that I just put on my scalp, and then I rinse my hair. I don't let it sit. When I go in with my mask, I apply, same place where you saw me apply my Olaplex products, from here down. And then I wrap it up in a giant claw clip for the rest of my shower. And when I'm ready to jump out of the shower is when I rinse my hair. So I let that product penetrate and really do its job. So now that we're using the Airwrap, I am going to turn the fan and the heat up. So it's on both max settings. So my hair is pretty long. I'm gonna make sure I can get it for you guys. So I'm gonna turn it on, let the hair roll around the Airwrap, and then just bring it up, let it do its thing. I count to like 8 to 10 Mississippi, depending on how damp the section or how big section of hair is. And then I'm gonna hit it with the cool shot. The cool shot, I also count for 8 to 10 seconds to make sure that the curl is completely set. And there we have it. That actually felt a little too hot, so I am gonna take the heat setting down to the middle. I don't wanna feel heat on my neck. Like, that was uncomfortable. And if it's uncomfortable on my skin, I can't imagine what it's doing to my hair. So I like to go in with the holding spray to get the most life out of my curls and longevity. I'm going in with the Nexus Volume Comb Through Finishing Mist. It's a 2 for medium hold, so pretty light. I don't like a hairspray feeling. I don't like a sticky feeling. This is strictly for a little bit of hold. Once you get used to your Dyson Airwrap, you'll know how big of sections that you should pick, how high of a heat setting you should be using, how long you should be holding the Airwrap to your hair. So for the ones in the back, I held for like 10 to 12 seconds, and as the sections got smaller and like close to my face, I only held it for 6 to 8. And you wanna hold the cool shot until you feel all of the heat from the Dyson gone, like completely gone and cold on the nape of your neck is when I remove the Airwrap. Okay, now we're going to spray these just lightly. Babe, can you get me paper towel?
What do you do? Oh, you have a straw.
I don't know. I cannot believe I spilled all of that coffee on me. On a brand new sweat set, of course. Oh, look at her. She was down here. Okay, now time for the fun section. We're gonna throw a couple more curlers up here. I have 3 more next to me with 3 clips. So the curls are starting to fall a little bit, but they still look really good. I'm gonna be using the Airwrap, so going backwards, so not really facing one side or the other, but like straight above my head. So I'm doing it like this strictly for volume, and I'm not gonna be using the Cool Shot when I go to put any hair in a curler because the heat is what activates on these thermal rollers and even sets on these. So I'm just holding it to make sure it's dry, and then I'm gonna shut it off. Hold the hair, it's nice and warm, and we are going to roll these babies up. So I'm pulling the hair forward, and in the same motion, I'm going to wrap tightly around the curler. And as I'm rolling, I'm going to be pulling to make sure it's nice and tight. Sorry if you can't really see this, I'm trying. And that hair is setting right on the roller. I'm gonna go in with a clip and secure it. And we're gonna do the same thing for the next sections. Sorry, I'm trying to make it so you guys can see it, but we are just going to roll and pull, like just a little tug. Going to take another hair clip and secure. So I'm not gonna brush my curls out, I'm gonna let them fall. And as these curlers are in, I'm just gonna hit them with a little bit of holding spray, which I've been applying to the rest of my hair. Curlers really don't need to sit that long because I have time today. I'm gonna let them sit for another 20 minutes and then we're gonna take them out. I got a little too wrapped up in editing one of my vlogs. So these have sat a lot longer than they normally would, but it's not a big deal. Just means that they're gonna last a little bit longer. So I still have not shaken out my hair. This is just how the curls fell. You can see I have more volume, well maybe you can't, but there's a lot more volume on top, which is what I like from these. I'm praying to God that this roller doesn't completely ruin this entire hair tutorial. Okay, she didn't. She's good. Look at all of that volume. And you guys saw what my hair started out like. You've seen it in other vlogs when it's just dried. Normally it's flat. Like your girl has no volume. I have stringy long hair and you cannot tell after using the Dyson Airwrap and all of those products. But I think it did a good job with my curtain bangs. You can see them a little better here with my hair pulled back, but volume, bounce. Valentine's Day is coming up. Ask for the damn Dyson Airwrap. It is absolutely life-changing. So once my hair is at this point, I go in with a different oil than the Olaplex number 7. I just use that as a bonding oil with the 6. I don't know, I just feel like that's what it's meant for, to be used with the 6, not alone. So I go in with the Verb Ghost Oil. This is pretty concentrated, so I'm gonna use a dime amount, like roughly a dime amount, not even, like half a dime. Rub it into my palms and only put on the ends. And that's gonna finish off this hair tutorial. So I hope that was a better in-depth tutorial than what I've been doing on like my Instagram for you guys. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment below or shoot me a DM on Instagram. And if this video was helpful, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time.